FightHype.com here with Leonard Ellerbe. Leonard, how are you today?
I'm great. It was a terrific card from top to bottom. Really disappointed in the decision with the Pascal Jack fight. Badou just can't seem to catch a break. You know, I felt as though he won the fight, clearly won the fight. It was a terrific fight, great effort from Pascal, but again, Badou just cannot see. And you know, as his promoter, you know, me and Floyd were having this discussion. I mean, we're just, it's just mind-boggling that he just cannot catch a break. You know, so what we'll do, we'll look to do the rematch. You know, you know, and I'm sure the fans want to see it again. I want to see it again. You know, I'm lost for words at that. You know, how we end up in this kind of situation again. You know, I thought he closed the show perfectly. You know, he beat him up down the stretch. He did everything he could do. What more can he do? What more can he do?
The audience's reaction, it seemed like they agree with your assessment. There was a lot of boos, a big eruption of boos at the end of the fight. So when Pascal was announced the winner, so
and I'm sure that the fans who were watching live on Showtime felt the same way. Again, you know, I thought Badou thought he clearly won the fight. It was a great fight. It was a great fight by Pascal. He's a great champion. I have nothing but the utmost respect for him, but he lost tonight.
Right. So, you said that Tank would come out here and sell out Atlanta. I obviously don't have the numbers, but just looking around, I couldn't find many empty seats in the house.
14,129.
So what's 14,129? What's capacity? What is that?
14,129. That was the attendance tonight.
And is that a sellout? Is that very close to it?
Yes.
Okay.
Sellout.
Okay. So that's to say that every single seat was
14,129.
Right. Correct. Well,
three fights in 3 different markets, 3 sellouts. Again, he showed you why that he's again. He has a very, very big future ahead of him. He puts behinds in the seats, and there's no fighter like Tank Davis out there. No fighter like Tank Davis.
Well, I'll say this. Full disclosure, I work in the media. I speak to other people in the media, so I have an idea of what kind of traffic certain fighters bring. And I had a friend of mine contact me the other day, and he said, listen, man, he's like, Tank, whenever I post something with Tank or Tank related, it goes crazy. It's like off the charts, some of the numbers. You wouldn't expect, because he's saying that he does better with with Tank than on certain Canelo videos. And I would agree. I mean, a lot of Tank stuff does really well. So sometimes when you make the claim that Tank is one of the biggest stars yet, if you check the comment sections, a lot of people are saying like, no way, he's not one of the biggest stars in boxing. But it would seem like with the attendance tonight, with some of the views that we get online and on social media, that's starting to be the case.
Not starting to be the case, with all due respect.
Right.
It's been the case. 2019, he's shown the fans that. He's shown the media that. And again, his fan base is growing and growing and continuing to get bigger and bigger. You look at what a star-studded event we had tonight. You see how Tank brings them out. There's no fighter in boxing who brings them out like Tank does. There's no fighter in boxing brings them out like Tank. And again, we're going to continue to do that because the fans want to see excitement, and they've gravitated towards him because what he brings to the table.
I'm a little bit older, so a lot of these rap guys I didn't know, but I can tell throughout the reaction of the people in the audience, seeing people come by, it seemed like, just like you said, star-studded. Little Kim was here, Casanova 2 times, the list goes. Shaq. Oh, is T.I. here?
Yeah.
So, I mean, everything that you said would happen when we spoke out about this fight out in Alabama. It came true, and anybody that was doubting, right, they might have to eat crow. Now, it's possible that this could have been a Tevin Farmer Gervonta Davis fight, right? At some point before the bolt sailed. At some point, right?
Say that question again?
This could have been a Tevin Farmer Gervonta Davis in Atlanta fight before that bolt sailed.
Well, again, that ship has sailed. He had an opportunity. We know what happened. I won't need to backtrack. Right. Got nothing but the utmost respect for him, for what he's doing. Wish him nothing but the best with his career.
I have one more question. It's veering off topic a little bit, but I asked Bob Arum this question, and you know, if I'm asking Bob Arum, why wouldn't I ask Leonard Ellerbe? There's been numerous reports, and full disclosure, Fight Hype's one of the outlets that have reported on it. DAZN paying certain media outlets for exposure, paying certain media outlets to cover fights that might not get covered. What are your thoughts on that?
We're not doing that shit. We ain't paying nobody to come to no fights. We got the star. We got the star, and they coming out to see him. We don't have to pay nobody to do shit. They coming. They coming to support. The media's coming. The fans are coming, and they watching him on TV. And again, his base is getting bigger and bigger. With all due respect, we don't do that kind of things. I'm not into what other promoters do. I have nothing against what they do, but what we over here at Mayweather Promotions do, we on a different page.
Right. Well, a lot of people, and again, you know, a lot of people would say that the fight that I work for, Fight Hype, gets like preferential treatment by Leonard Ellerbe or by Floyd Mayweather, and that it's the same if another promoter is doing that with another media outlet. But since you're here and you're in the room, is that the truth?
We've never paid Fight Hype to do anything. Ben and his team have worked very hard. You know, they have come to support our club shows. They've been very consistent with everything that we have been doing at Mayweather Promotions, and again, the access that they have gotten is because Floyd, he always pulls for the underdog. And again, don't just show up for the big fights. You know, we got a whole stable of fighters, and again, I respect all the media outlets who come out, and again, when it comes to Fight Hype, they've supported everything that we've done. And again, I have nothing but the utmost respect for Ben and his team. You guys do a great job.
I appreciate that. Now we've got Wilder and Fury. It's official. I think they were running promos during the college football games today, which is a huge look. There were some people speculating on what the potential that this pay-per-view can do. If you had to just guess a ballpark, what do you think that fight can do? What's the sky's
the limit. You have two terrific fighters who are going to come on and put on a great show for the fans. I mean, this is what the fans want to see. They want to see two excellent heavyweights go at it, and I think that the sky is the limit on how well this fight can do. It's a great fight for the fans.
Do you think it could crack 1 million pay-per-view buys?
This fight can do. There is no ceiling on how well this fight can do. Let's put it that way.
Well, and I asked somebody else this question, and again, I'll ask you the same question. What is 1 million pay-per-view buys these days? Is 1 million pay-per-view buys these days the new 2 million, the new 3 million, the new 2.5 million? What's like, how do we gauge that? Because I know 300,000 is a success now. 500,000 is great. 1 million is astronomical. Floyd was doing that on a Tuesday.
Well, that's why Floyd Mayweather's on a different level, and that's why I've been telling you guys. And I think that it woke everybody up this week when they saw what Forbes put out the list where Floyd was 931 million over this decade alone.
Right.
And you saw the other great athletes, you know,
LeBron,
Messi,
Tiger Woods,
where they were at. It just goes to show you how successful Floyd has been and how the fans across the world have embraced him and what he's brought to the table. There will always only be one Floyd Mayweather. There will always be one. But again, you know, I'm not comparing Floyd to the fighters of this generation, because they have to go out there and earn it and make their mark and work as hard as he did to gain the fans that he did. Floyd put in a lot of work, you know, to be able to cross over into the mainstream world. We had a terrific game plan. We have a terrific team, you know, from top to bottom, and we all work very cohesive to take him to the next level. He did his part, and we did our part, and I'm very, very proud of the success that he's had in his career. He's put himself and his family in a situation, and that next generation to never, ever have to think about working again. And it's great to see a young athlete, African-American, who did this, who came from the mud. You know, and boxing is a niche sport. Floyd is the reason why these fighters get paid the kind of money that they get paid, because he went out there and he set the bar. And he set that bar that, you know, it's so high that, you know, that's why the fighters see the success that he had, and they all want to emulate that success, but it's a lot of work that goes into that. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, having a terrific team, and again, going out there and marketing yourself. You know, through all these years, Floyd had a terrific game plan, and we put it all together, and everyone saw what the results were.
I'll ask you one last question, and it's interesting that you mentioned that, but I've heard Floyd touch on exactly that a bunch of times, to where he's giving younger fighters opportunities that he himself didn't have coming up as a fighter, and he ended up becoming the most famous, richest fighter of all time in the history of the sport. Does it annoy him when maybe a fighter, when he's offering a fighter something that he didn't get early in his career, and maybe they're not appreciative, maybe they don't seize the moment, maybe they don't jump on the opportunity? Does Floyd get frustrated with that?
I don't think he gets frustrated. We're only concerned about what happens within our stable of fighters. You know, signing with Mayweather Promotions, what's going to happen when you sign with Mayweather Promotions, you're going to get an opportunity or opportunities, you know, to be able to showcase your skills on the highest level possible, And each and every one of our fighters who've been with us, they've all gotten tremendous opportunities, and we will continue to give our fighters tremendous opportunities when you sign with Mayweather Promotions.
Hey, Leonard, thanks for your time.
Thank you.